What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Boilermaker Buzz podcast, hosted by yours truly, Rapheal Davis.
Lou Jack.
It's a very special episode. My uncle from the country down south used to always tell us growing up, the meat is always better when it's roadkill. And when you go get you some roadkill, it always tastes better. It's a little fresher that way. So Purdue is coming off a real big win from the boys down south. They played in Mackey South the other night, and they got a big win. But we're going to start with Lou. How you feel about the win?
Belt to ass. You hear me? You hear? Belt to ass. What? We just talked about it last year. Two losses, up 21. We going to talk about it, but, bro, the best part, when you see the crowd leave with two minutes left, I felt most people ain't going to catch the reference with Zach, like Debo. Red, put your chain up. Put your chain up. Everybody just go high, go home, belt the ass. Yeah.
It was I don't know if you heard it, but or anybody else out there heard it, but Indiana actually booed at halftime. Now, I don't know if they were booing the refs. I don't know if they're booing the players. I don't know if they're booing the coaches, but I've been in gyms when your fans start to boo you, and that's not a good feeling. So yeah, I'm glad they made a spirited comeback in that second half. They put on a good show. Made the second half a lot more entertaining, but Zach Edey was too much for him. Fletcher Lawyer ended up being too much for him. Lance Jones was too much for him. And although Braden Smith struggled, Braden Smith 2 for 14 from the field, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 turnovers. Just controlled the pace of the game, found shooters, pushed the tempo. But Purdue put on a good display. I think Zach was on a mission. Because you go back to last year, you get swept. They was heard about it all week long. But what you think coach was like leading up to the Indiana game, and what that pregame speech was like, and kind of where that added motivation came from?
All you know is business. You know it was straight business. And I think, too, because, we all kind of know leading up to the rivalry game, sometimes everybody reach out to players, talk. And this year, I paid attention. It was just silent. It was like, I felt like everybody kind of already knew what they needed to do, what type of mission they was on. And just even watching the game, like every time you look at Zach, when he scored, like he look at paint. Like he look at the bench and you see his face and ain't no smiling.
Zach has some swag last night.
Ain't no joke. What's my man, the look guard from Indiana, the look guard.
Cups? No, Xavier Johnson.
Yeah, somebody got catch him one time.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody. But like when he tried to chuck Zach and TV timeout go away, and I don't know if people paying attention, I read his lips and Zach said, I like that shit. It's like, ain't no punking us. Like, ain't none of that. I'm going to set the tone, and I keep saying it like, Zach may be not only, he's probably the best, he's one of the best, probably the best center come from Purdue.
Right.
But from a leadership standpoint, he's probably the greatest big man I've ever seen lead a team.
Mm-hmm. Because big men normally don't talk. They normally don't lead. They normally just hoop. No, that's real. Zach, I heard it's a saying that those who set the rules make the rules. Or if you go out there, you make the rules, you set the rules. However you want to say it. And Purdue, physicality-wise, Indiana just couldn't keep up. They were in I think they were in the bonus at the 12-minute mark. And I know a lot of people are complaining about the fouls, but if you take your hands and you grab somebody, it's a foul.
Every time.
It's a foul. Every time. I don't care if it's soft. I don't care if he's 7'4", and Gabe Cups if he was 5'1".
Yeah.
If you grab somebody by the hips, it's a foul. But Purdue, they looked real good yesterday. It was cohesive on both ends. Indiana, to get him some type of love, Mackenzie Mbako looked like he was about to have a night.
He did.
He had the first 7. He got going. If he doesn't pick up that second foul in transition, you don't know. But he got that second foul. They struggled. And with Khalil Ware picking up 2 fouls, it was kind of
good night.
It was tough from there. It was, and also even when he was on the floor, he wasn't that effective. I think Khalil Ware had 5 points, 2 for 6 from the field, 6 rebounds. Zach has done that now to Julian Reese, and now Khalil Ware, 2 of the better centers in the league. He's just taking out of games. So I think it was big time. Trey Galloway had a good one. He had 17. Mackenzie Mbako had 15. So that backcourt did their thing. But Indiana, you could tell Purdue had I haven't seen Purdue double the post in a while. And They were sending extra bodies at Malik Renew. Malik Renew only had 8 points. So their bigs, which is their horses, those guys that dominate, they go for 13 points combined.
Right.
And they 7 to 21 from the field. So Purdue, following the game plan, what's that like going on the road and being in a tough environment and just knowing to stick to the game plan? How much discipline does that take?
Oh, it's a lot of discipline. And I think that's another thing when we check off on a resume getting into the NCAA tournament. Because you do, like you said, give Indiana a little credit. Whatever was said at halftime and that effort they came out and put, a lot of other teams probably would have folded, or younger teams would have folded in that moment.
Yeah, they lost by 35.
But being able to really stick to the game plan and trusting it when they made that run and show like, hey, we believe in our coaching staff, what they're saying we're going to do. As long as we continue to be us, we're going to win this game, and nobody got out of character and tried to play hero ball.
And even in that run, Indiana made that run, and that's where Lance Jones is so valuable. Like, you so many times last season, Zach gets you 30, or maybe if Zach struggles and Fletcher have a good one or doesn't have a good one, shoot it bad or shoot it good from the field, you didn't have that consistent third guy that could score. If Brady have a bad one, you struggle. Or Zach and Brady have a good one, Fletcher have a bad one, it's a struggle. But last night, Lance Jones having 17, 3 of 7 from the three-point line was big time. Because last year you didn't have that guy that was going to lock up on the defensive end, but take those big shots on the road, get him out in train. Like when Zach dove on the floor, Lance one got him a layup.
Yeah.
So, like, those type of plays are back-breaking plays. Lance was big time in that game. So, like, when you get 3 guys that's 33 points, Zach, Fletcher gets 19 on 5 or 6 from the field. He was 4 of 4 from the three-point line on the road at a rival's gym. Like, that's crazy. Lance get him 17, and then Brady get him 9 assists. Like, that's crazy. And then Wisconsin taking that loss. So I know the guys is watching it on the bus.
Yeah.
So now, knowing that Purdue got to play Wisconsin twice, they kind of back in their own driving seat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how you feel about winning this game, but also the Purdue's outlook on the game, on the league, knowing Wisconsin took a loss?
Exciting. I got to say, Lance Jones, real quick, welcome to the party. Lance Jones.
That's coming out party.
Like,
for sure.
J.O. set the bar for the transfer.
Yeah.
But Lance Jones,
he might have eclipsed it last night.
He's made it tough for any transfer that comes in now. It's the Lance Jones effect. He's immediate impact.
Yep.
You get into the rivalry game. First one on the road, not even at home.
On the road.
You go do your thing, then you make the comment, it's okay.
Yeah,
but it's not mad.
It's all right.
He's like Lance Jones salute, welcome to the party, but especially seeing Wisconsin lose, knowing we back right there our own fate. Like, it gotta feel good for me. It's like I think we were gonna win the Big Ten regardless. And even kind of pivoting off that, I wanted to ask you something because I seen your guy Andy Katz. And it's not a knock. He made they were doing like the coaches of the year. And maybe I'm a little biased, but at one point I started to look at Zach and Coach Painter and was like, because he said that we expect Purdue to be at the top.
Right.
So do we take that for granted, the greatness and the consistency, like to really for Zach Eady to go do what he's doing? But even Coach Painter, I think this is the year he wins National Coach of the Year. But are we taking that for granted because we've already expected Purdue to be number one?
That's a good question. I don't know if you take it for granted, but I think Mike DeCourcy said something to me last year. He said you could be National Coach of the Year without being Big Ten Coach of the Year. Because I can see Payne getting National Coach of the Year for sure. Like, they go out, they run the table, the Big Ten, they win the league, they get a number 1 seed. Zach's National Player of the Year, Braden Smith is All-American. I see that. I can see the National Coach of the Year, no question. But if you look at the league, if Nebraska goes to the tournament, they go from 13th. Like, you go 2 years ago, they 14th in the league, last place. Last year, they're second to last place. They're 13th in the league. And then you go to the tournament.
Yeah.
I get that. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But so it's one of those things. But also, you go back to 2016 where Greg Gard started coaching in Wisconsin and they come off a Final Four year. And or 2015, one of those years, they come off a Final Four year. They have another good year. He gets Coach of the Year or something like that. But Payne, that took us from last place to back to tournament. So I don't know how they vote on this stuff, but I think for right now, I think all the Andy's list is kind of like right now. So right now, if the season was to end, Nebraska goes to the tournament and Minnesota goes to the tournament.
Yeah, you gotta respect those storylines.
Those two are the only two I can really see kind of eclipse and pay a little bit. Because of, one, what they got on the... Like, you look at Minnesota, Ola Joseph and for real Payne, not in college, but like they never started in high school.
That's crazy.
On a team.
That's crazy.
So their first time consistently starting in basketball, game to game, was in Big Ten college basketball. How major?
That's a lot.
So you know what I'm saying? Then their point guard, Elijah Hawkins, is leading the country in assists right now. He's from Howard. So like he 5'6".
And coming from Howard, you get doubted.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then like with Nebraska's, Keisei Tominaga is a dog, no doubt, but Keisei Tominaga came from JUCO. And from Japan. He went from Japan. That's crazy. He went from Japan, couldn't talk English to junior college.
Salute.
That's crazy.
Salute.
He had to deal with junior college and without speaking English. They was probably on his ass every day. That's why Keisei Tominaga don't take nothing from nobody, because they was on his ass every day. They didn't care he couldn't talk English. They didn't care. They didn't care. So like, they ain't played for Billy Gillespie. And JUCO.
I've heard some stories about
I think those two coaches, but not for Purdue. I think you look at the numbers against Indiana on the road. After losing 2 road games, they go 47% from the field. They go 38% from 3. They get 14 points off turnover. Like 14 points off turnovers is a good number, but Indiana only turned it over 10 times.
Yeah.
So they capitalize off turnovers, and then on the other side, they only had 8 turnovers on the road. Indiana's defense wasn't Indiana's defense of the last couple years. I mean, they were +8 in the paint. They were +18 on the glass, 14 second chance points, and they were +18 from the free throw line. Like, that's just like...
It was due.
So it's just like one of those where they had beat Indiana and beat Purdue 3 out of the last 4. 2 of those times, or maybe one of those times, it was a court storm. They were number 1, so... It was a game. Okay, the first of those boys been struggling against Indiana. Yeah. So this was a good win for Purdue. You see them going forward. You got Iowa next. You watch any of Iowa, how they play a little bit?
I seen a little bit of them.
Yeah,
I seen a little.
Purdue got them in December. They just dominated because Owen Freeman was a baby though. Owen Freeman freshman. Owen Freeman 7-foot freshman. He was small as a pants thin. Now he playing a lot better. Last 2 games he had 18 and 5, 18 and 7. So, like, he balling out. Rick Bass is playing better. Peyton Sanford shooting it better. They got a kid, Josh Diggs, that's playing better that was coming off the bench. Now he's starting. Last 2 games, he had career highs in both games. So, I mean, I think Iowa's playing better right now. And they're going on the road. So, that's going to be a tough game. But I think Purdue now being back in the driver's seat, controlling their own destiny, I think that's going to say a lot. I think that's going to control a lot. But let me ask you this. What was your favorite place to go play it on the road? And what was your best memory you had on the road in the Big Ten?
I like the barn. For some reason, the barn is different. I like the barn, but probably Michigan State. Michigan State's probably the best one. My junior year, we're fighting with Ohio State at the time for the Big Ten championship, but we going to Michigan State, and in the second half, great for me. I ended up scoring like 17, 19. Somebody said my mom. But ended up me, Etwan, and Juwan, and Kelsey hit a late 3. But we were the only 3 that scored in the second half, and we ended up winning by tough. 12 to 15 points.
Tough.
Like, it was a runaway game, but it was one of those moments for me. It was like how they used to call Rob. Rob and then with the big 3, but Rob was hurt. So then it was like, oh, he's part of the big 3 now. So that was mine. What about you?
Let me see. I was terrible on the road. My best road game probably would have been at Indiana. Right, Indiana. My junior year, we won up there. I had that layup to seal the game.
I remember that.
You win in Indiana, get real quiet. Especially, I got the bucket to seal it. That was good. Even though I only had probably like 11 points. I don't know how many I had, but
that last one was like 30.
I think 2 of them came in the last minute. 2 bucks came last minute.
You had 30.
That was big. But too, just with this week and all the travel delays and all the travel situations, I got a story to ask you about.
Okay.
Is tell everybody about the Michigan State snowstorm.
You remember that?
Oh yeah, I was committed. Yeah, I was a fan.
That's crazy. You remember that, man? Because Man, that was we were rolling. We were actually rolling at the time, and we're getting ready to go to Michigan State. And at night, we do our practice, getting ready to get to the airport. We get there, and we sitting on the runway. And it's like 20 minutes go by. Everybody just still kind of calm, like, all right, we don't know what's going on. It gets about like 45 minutes. I'm like, hey, like, I'm yelling in the front of the bus now, like, ain't no way in hell. We sitting here like, we gone, but you look up, you look to the left, my window frosted up. And then he frosted my side, your side frosted up. And now it's like, hey, what we doing, dog? Like, I love my life too much to do this. So, like, Coach obviously being fair. Coach being fair, like, he thinking about it, trying to figure out what we gonna do. Man, they told us go home. I don't want to exaggerate, but it's probably like we had to be back at the airport by like 4 or 5 in the morning. Mind you, road's slick.
Crazy.
So you already got to drive back home going 20 miles. We've been on the road. Get up at 4 in the morning. We got to take a bus to Michigan State. They fed us egg McGriddles from McDonald's. Like we ate like at like 5 in the morning, busted, get there, go straight to the gym. It's time to play.
Oh, straight to the game. I know that
no, the hotel. We didn't see the hotel. Go straight to the game. That's when them little Gatorade, like energy.
Oh shit!
Here, get some of these. Like, man, we get out there, bro. And like the first half, we played.
Yeah. So we was out there.
We was out there. Second half, we was literally out there. Out there, like, man, that game was crazy. Like, I think that's one time Coach Painter and everybody knew, like, it wasn't no sympathy. It was like, hey, you just gotta go and thug it out.
Yeah,
but
gotta go.
If we would have went in the locker room, anybody would have cussed us out and been like, all right, you doing that for fun. Wasn't no way we'd keep Appling, Draymond, Derek Nix, Brandon
You can't play them off no night of sleep.
That didn't make no sense. It's like going to the club and going to work. It's like, that didn't make no sense. We was set up Michigan State out of all teams on the road.
Playing Michigan State off McGriddles is crazy.
McGriddles, right? I ate one and I was mad. I couldn't do nothing else, man. I never done. That's crazy. Because a lot of people don't know that story, man. Like, I thought we was
Oh, that's funny. You said that was y'all was scared driving up. You had to drive slow.
I was, what? Bro, I was scared driving back home that night, let alone getting to East Lansing.
Oh, man.
I just remember on the plane, like, they was like, we can take off. Hell no. Hell, we can't take off. I don't fly no planes, and I ain't no engineer. But I know damn well we can't take off right now. But yeah, I was
Oh, man. But that's funny, man. No, yeah, life fun to see college basketball as a hoop sometimes, man. You just never know. Sometimes you got to stick to the punches. But no, it's been a lot of travel stories this week, a lot of travel delays. But sometimes the players go through it too. Coach Beeline, he was in the studio telling me this story about he called it the Michigan plane crash. The Michigan plane crash, and I had to go play in practice jerseys. Like, no, all that is crazy. That's just insane. But nah, Purdue went on the road and they took care of business. I hope they, y'all used to get McDonald's on the way back? Which I get. Coach Weber said they used to get pizza.
You get pizza. Now, I think that last year we talking about we lost to Indiana.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we got McDonald's.
We got McDonald's on the way back every time.
Yeah.
Even when we won, I think we got McDonald's or some dumb shit. But no, I hope they got double cheeseburgers to celebrate. I remember it was too cold last night to get, because I remember we beat Indiana my junior year, and Melissa and them, the paint crew, they met us at Mackey. And they met us at Mackey off the bus. We was,
That's love.
That was fire. But no, that's, so yeah, shout out to the paint crew. The paint crew, shout out to the paint crew. But now Purdue got Iowa coming up. That's going to be a real good one. Iowa got a game tonight. Iowa's at, no, Iowa don't got a game tonight. They played the other night. Iowa won at Minnesota.
Yeah.
And Iowa won at Minnesota. The thing about Iowa is that normally if they don't shoot the ball well, they can't win. And they went to Minnesota on the road. They go 3 of 13 from 3. But they had 56 points in the paint. That's the part they didn't have going in December when they played Purdue the first time.
Yeah.
They didn't have two styles of hoop. Now, they go and try to force you to play fast, but also they go to those dudes inside. So now you got Trey Kaufman-Wren, those dudes. I can see Purdue doing, well, no, you can't. You can't do the same thing you did in Indiana.
No.
You can't double down. You can't double rate. You can't double Ben Crickey. You can't double Owen Freeman because Josh Dix, Payne Sanford, they knocking that joint down.
And they at home.
Yeah. And everybody's going to shoot better at home. Tony Perkins might make 4 threes at home. So I think that's going to be a good cat and mouse game. I think the gym at Iowa's going to be live because they're coming back home. Coach Fran McCaffrey just is now the all-time winningest Big Ten coach at Iowa. So the gym is going to be rocking. That's going to be a big one. You got the top 5 team coming in the gym. Every time Purdue go on the road, they're going to get the best shot. And it's not – a lot of people aren't used to getting somebody's best shot every single time. But Purdue's got to have domination on the glass. They have to take care of the ball. You go to Iowa, you don't take care of the basketball. Every time you turn it over, they knock it down to 3 in transition. And the crowd getting louder and louder. And especially on the weekend game, there's nothing else to do with Iowa.
Everybody there. Nothing else.
Especially if Caitlin Clark not playing somewhere else. Like, there's nothing to do. But you watch Caitlin Clark?
I do.
Saying Clark cold, ain't she?
She cold.
She cold, yeah. She cold. She got to.
How do you feel? Because I want to ask you something else about the course run, but Caitlin Clark on the side note, like, how do you feel like I've seen fans getting mad because the games are getting sold out on the road, and it's like, she's a generational talent, but as much as you complaining, you showing up. And you can be showing up at any time. Like,
Caitlin Clark, the GOAT. Caitlin Clark been my favorite player, the GOAT.
The what?
The GOAT.
Of what?
College basketball.
Wait a minute.
College basketball. Of this generation.
Of this generation? Okay.
Of the 21st generation. Of the last 24 years.
No. You just on the women's side?
Men's and women's. Who?
So you still talking about like Steph Curry, Ron, Kemba Walker?
Yeah.
You just going
individually? Individually, you talking about teams now? Kemba had NBA players.
Run, but Kemba run.
NBA players on the team.
I don't care.
That run's not more impressive than Caitlin Clark.
What has Caitlin Clark won? You gonna say what did she won?
They went to final. They won the national championship.
She wouldn't win the national championship.
They went to Steph Curry never go to the national championship.
Kemba Walker won it.
Kemba Walker had a better team.
In the Big East.
He had a better team.
Okay, hold on. Let's not forget about the Big East tournament.
Yeah,
go run through that as a better team. He might have had a better team, but they wasn't the top seed in the Big East.
No, they weren't. But it had NBA players on the roster.
I can't help who you play with, right?
Caitlin Clark don't got another WNBA player on her roster.
That is impressive.
She Allen Iverson.
Ooh.
She Allen Iverson in the finals.
I like how you
She is. She LeBron with the Cavs. No disrespect to the ladies. I think Monica. I don't want to say her name wrong. But
Maya Moore?
No. She got Maya Moore.
Maya Moore was on the team. You're right.
30-point triple doubles. Baltimore.
She's impressive.
40-point triple doubles. She shot a step back from the Hawkeye logo for game.
Yeah. I got one person.
Let me show you.
I can't argue. What about Juju Watkins? My guy. I'm talking.
I like Juju.
I talked to my guy this morning. He was just saying because we always had this debate. Caitlin's special. I can't take nothing from him. He was just saying that it's possible that Juju may be.
But Juju only gonna be one and done. So, no, she can't be because it's women's basketball.
Yeah.
Juju got a chance. But right now,
Caitlin Clark.
And the thing about Caitlin Clark is it's nothing special there. Like she ain't 6'3", she ain't super fast, overly athletic.
She's your girl around the corner. You can beat her.
She's Steph Curry.
I can't take her from her.
And she's shooting it like it's crazy. But no, I think it's one of those because I remember one quick story, and we like the Iowa podcast, but like Payne Sanford, the Iowa's best player. You think about this, Payne Sanford, he's Iowa's men's best player. She been whooping his ass since they was little kids.
That's crazy.
They grew up together.
That's crazy.
So I guess the story, he even told me this at media day. Her team, she used to play with boys growing up.
You can see that.
All elementary.
Yeah, you can see that.
Until she couldn't play with boys no more. Her team put his team out the state final. She gave him 40. Something like that. I'm about to pull it up.
That's great.
So Caitlin, I didn't say she would be able to do it on because it's a level or nothing, but Caitlin different. Just watch this. Because that's what I'll be in. So, look, we go.
Bayroll had 16 and 8. We're tied at 70.
This was a good game.
You can see the Caitlin acrobatic layups. We're tied
this
at
game.
73.
For everybody watching, you watching in the Michigan State game.
Clark waiting for the ball.
Look at the defense. Bro, come on.
No, it was crazy because that was in the morning topic. Everybody singing it to each other. And she said, "I just want to get to my step back."
And she got it off.
The step back and the release.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But look how slow she going and how fast the defense going.
Face guard.
Wait, look at poor girl. She going fast.
She damn near fell right there.
She don't know what she doing. Oh, but she their best player.
True. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's Michigan State best player.
I didn't know that.
Dog, it's crazy. It's insane.
The step back and the release with like 8.05 left.
Dog. That's so nasty.
Yeah.
But no, Caitlin Clark, shout out to her. I think I saw Kim Mulkey, LSU coach, throw their coach a shot when she was like, well, got a girl shooting the ball 40 times a game or whatever.
Yeah.
If you had a girl like Caitlin Clark, she would be deserving to shoot that joint 50 times a game. I don't care how much Caitlin Clark shoot because it looks like it's going in every time. Her teammates look like they're having fun. Nobody complaining. And it's good. But nah, what you gonna say about the court storms?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, one more thing. Because I think, she like 7.7 assists or something like that, too?
Yeah,
so
she leading like assists.
Yeah, so you can't.
Everybody eat well. Let's all get NIL.
True.
You feel me? It's crazy.
But speaking of, like, the court storming, and you seen Payne talk about it, and it was crazy. Like, every player on that team that's done lost once, the court's been stormed on them.
Facts.
They stormed the court 2007 at Purdue against Wisconsin before I got there. We never stormed the court. And, we never stormed the court.
No, I never had a court storm.
How do you feel about court storming? Like, what do you think about it?
A piece of me, let the fans have their fun. A piece of me, some schools shouldn't be court storming.
Yeah.
Like some games, like Purdue at the point where you shouldn't be court storming. I don't think really unless you
we beat Old State. We beat Old State and they was number 2 in the country and everybody was happy, but they left like
y'all should have been court storming.
You think so?
Yeah, I wanted to court storm that game. I was saying.
Okay, you was there.
I remember. I was at that game. I was at the game.
True.
Yeah, I was at the game.
Or do you court storm and let the players is you wrong 5 seconds
for
left?
Paint, they gotta leave. Yeah, just get off the court. Just if the crowds can't control it, the venue can't handle it, you gotta just get the players off the court before the court storm because you never know what could happen. Especially as far as the players, especially like I played with like Big J.
I'm throwing the elbow.
Don't run into Big J on purpose. Like if he mad, like what you
best idea.
Come on, bro. We just lost, especially if it's close. Like you run into Big J, AJ, like you might end up on your ass. And then it's a whole different conversation. You feel me? Purdue just got good dudes right now. You feel me? But no, I think the kids gonna have their fun, especially for like a Northwestern. But Northwestern court storming again, it's like y'all doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like some of it, like Indiana, I ain't really get because like they try to look at you like the little brother, but not. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's fun for like Nebraska. I get it. They were last place in the league. Those fans need something to celebrate. I get that. And some people, they don't know how to control it because they ain't expecting to win that game. You feel me? Like, you don't expect to win. You're not prepared for it. You just came to work. I can't work today. Yeah. You probably took the spread for Purdue.
Facts.
You feel me? But so, no, I think Purdue, I think Coach Payne was just upset. And he needed something else to be upset about. You can't take credit from the other team. He didn't want to take credit from Fred. So, like, instead of take credit for Fred, you take credit from the venue. You feel me? Yeah, you back. There's loud as shit in there. Nebraska, that's another good thing about the Big Ten this year. Nebraska, Minnesota, when these teams are good, these venues are loud. Like, this year is no easy road win. I keep saying there's only 2 halves to the Big Ten this year. There's a top half and there's a middle half. There ain't no bottom of the league this year. You're not going nowhere, circling on your calendar. Ain't no get right game. Ain't no, all right, just get to this date. Like it used to, like last year, get to the Minnesota game. Just be real.
Yeah.
Or like, let's get Nebraska at home. But like this year, let's get Penn State at Penn State on a Saturday morning. Like this year, you're going to lose at Penn State like Wisconsin did. You could lose at Minnesota. You lose at Nebraska. Rutgers can still get you because that's one of the best defenses in the country. So it's like, it's going to make for a fun year. But I think the top 2 teams in the league this year, whether if it's Purdue, Wisconsin, however it shake out, they're going to get top 3 seeds in the tournament. I think the league got to care about getting good seeds in the tournament rather than having 10, 12 teams in the tournament.
Agreed.
Like, I think the seeds matter more than the amount. But now I'm looking forward to this year. The rest of this year is going to be a big time finish to the rest of the year. But no, it's gonna be a big time finish the rest of the year. I think Purdue should. If you don't want to get core stormed, don't lose. If you don't want to get core stormed, don't turn the ball over 17 times in Northwestern, 5 times in the last 2 minutes in overtime.
Yeah.
If you don't want to lose, don't turn the ball over 14 times at Nebraska and shoot 57 of your field goals from 3.
Yeah.
Drive the basketball, get to the free throw line. It can't just be Zach getting to the free throw line. So, like, if you don't want to lose, play like you did in Indiana. And 8 turnovers, plus 18 on the glass, plus 18 from the free throw line, 7 of 19 from 3, and you got 11 offensive rebounds, 14 second chance points. And then Zach Edey eats. Even though Brandon Smith doesn't shoot it well, he does other things. So if you want to win on the road, this is how you win on the road. Now you have the recipe. Now you're in the locker room. Coach Painter is saying this works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I told Coach Beeline and Coach Weber, like sometimes we're in the locker room saying, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. And y'all don't know what y'all doing. So now you understand Payne know what he's doing. They already knew that though. But yeah, it's been cool. But until next time, we got Iowa this week. It's gonna be a big one. Shout out Coach McCaffrey. They're doing a great job. Shout out to you when it's cool that he was able to win that many games and be the leader now. And also his sons have been a part of it. His son's been there, played for him, been a part of the program. That's for his next youngest son probably go play for him next year. So that's cool. And Coach McCaffrey does a great job. I think if you give me a Tom Izzo point guard, a Matt Painter center, you give me a John Beeline shooter, like a wing, and then you give me a Fred McCaffrey four-man, like a Utah, Aaron White, Keegan Murray, Chris Murray.
You can throw Peter Jock in there.
You give me somebody like that, like
True.
I'm off to the races. So Fred McCaffrey, underrated recruiter, he does a great job there. But I'm looking forward to the game this weekend. Until next time, shout out to everybody out there listening up. Visit crewlife.com, RaphealDavisBasketball.com. A lot of cool stuff going on. We're coming to West Lafayette for spring break, starting training there as well. But until next time, boiler up, hammer down.
Real quick, shout out to Jaden Brown, Matthew Strange, the entire Paint crew, the official 6 man. We appreciate y'all support, and we appreciate what y'all do for the Boilers.
Shout out Hammer Threads too, them my people. Boiler up, hammer down. All hell Purdue. Until next time, Boilermaker Buzz, we out.